Hello friends, welcome to ELS, English Literature Studies with Kaur Harpreet. Today I will discuss again Mrs. Dalloway, and in today's video I will discuss major characters, major themes and storyline, right? Friends, इसके अलावा और सारी वीडियोस हैं that are related to Mrs. Dalloway. For example, Stream of Consciousness, then about Virginia Woolf. You can check those videos also. But आज मेरे वीडियो का मेन फोकस है कि actually I've tried to cover each and everything from examination point of view. अगर जिसने आज की वीडियो देख ली, I think I have tried my level best to cover each and every aspect of this novel. So let's get started without wasting any time. Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf. It was written between 1922 to 24 and was published in 1925. Mrs. Dalloway is a classic of English modernist fiction, one of the most admired of works of Virginia Woolf, right? And its publication response was highly positive for its innovative technique, right? इसका जो भी काम था वो highly positive था. लोगों ने, readers ने, publishers ने, लोगों ने इसको प्रशंसा की. क्यों? क्योंकि because of its innovative टेक्निक विच इज यूज्ड इन दिस नॉवल. और वो टेक्निक क्या है हम आगे उसके बारे में बात करेंगे, राइट? देन इट्स लिटरेरी पीरियड इज मॉडर्निज्म एंड इट्स जॉनरा इज मॉडर्निस्टिक फिक्शन, राइट? एंड while it has used innovative technique in which thought-provoking in its treatment of serious issues and moving in its depiction of character. It was published just 1 month after Woolf's another work, The Common Reader, a collection of her essays, and the two books, first one is The Common Reader and second one is Mrs. Dalloway, were both more commercially successful than anything that Virginia Woolf had done before. And these two works, we can say, established her reputation as a major modernist writer. When we talk about Mrs. Dalloway, there are similarities in Septimus, that is another character. There are similarities in Septimus Smith's condition to Woolf's struggle with bipolar disorder, right? Why I'm introducing this character before Mrs. Dalloway? Because it is very important whenever we talk about a work, it is very important to know about author, right? जब भी हम किसी भी author के work को क्या कहते हैं कि उसके वर्क को पढ़ना शुरू करते हैं तो उसकी साइकोलॉजी समझना बहुत जरूरी है. बिकॉज आई थिंक कि मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम जो वर्क होता है, जो नॉवलिस्ट हो या जो भी राइटर हो, उसका वर्क उसकी साइकोलॉजी उसके वर्क को कहीं ना कहीं हिट जरूर करती है. दैट इज व्हाई आई एम सेइंग दैट सेप्टिमस कंडीशन is we can compare they have similarity in Septimus and Virginia Woolf struggle, because both were suffering from bipolar disorder and both hallucinate that birds sings in Greek, and Woolf once attempted to throw herself out of a window, right, as Septimus does in the end of the novel, we will discuss. And Woolf had also been treated for her such condition at various asylums, ठीक है. और उसके कारण she has developed antipathy towards doctors, right? And Woolf committed suicide by drowning 16 years after the publication of Mrs. Dalloway. And if you want to know more about Virginia Woolf, that dedicated video is already there. You can check that video, right? Now coming to Virginia Woolf's greatest novel, Mrs. Dalloway. It is a story of fictional high society women in post-World War England, right? And with the interior perspective of the novel, the story travels forwards and back in time and in and out of the characters' minds to construct an image of Clarissa's life and of the interwar social structure. Talking about story, this is Clarissa's life, and she is a vivid portrait, or she is the protagonist of this novel, and the story revolves around a single day in woman's life, right? It revolves around a woman's life in a single day. When we meet Mrs. Dalloway, she is preoccupied with the last minute details of party preparation, while in her mind she has something else. These things are discussed in my previous video in her character sketch, that जब ये सारा scene start होता, what is she doing at that time, that she is preparing for some party which she is going to organize at her home, right? And when she is organizing, or when she preparing for such party, she is preoccupied with last minute details, right? लेकिन उसका mind कहीं और है, right? And in her mind she is much more than a perfect society hostess, right? And she is flooded with remembrances of faraway times. Her mind is engaged somewhere here. She is flooded with remembrances. Remembrances means यादें. उसने एक पार्टी ऑर्गेनाइज करनी, लेकिन उसका ध्यान कभी पीछे की तरफ जाता है, कभी पार्टी की तरफ जाता है. शी इज फ्लडेड विद रिमेम्बरेंसेस, यादें ऑफ फार अवे टाइम्स. ये सारा उसके दिमाग में घूम रहा है. एंड दिस ऑल दिस स्टोरी वीव्स अराउंड वन डे, राइट? एंड party Dalloway's in the stories in Mrs. Dalloway's parties create a dynamic and delightful portrait of we can say what Virginia Woolf called her party conscious person, right? She's a hostess, she's a perfect hostess, and Virginia Woolf named her as party conscious person. As parallel to the themes of Mrs. Dalloway, these stories provide a valuable window into Virginia Woolf's writing and a further testament to her extraordinary genius. And this genius is a technique which is introduced by Virginia Woolf in Mrs. Dalloway, named as stream of consciousness, right? Now, what is stream of consciousness? Stream of consciousness is already discussed in detail. अगर आप चाहते हैं तो वो भी वीडियो देख सकते हैं, बट जैसे मैंने कहा कि इस वीडियो में आई विल try to touch every aspect. So what is now stream of consciousness? I will discuss in few words that it is a style in which everything is unfiltered, flowing out of mind without any sort of filtration, right? And it is a literary device most often associated with modern movement. Now, modernists believe that the writer has a subjective experience and cannot make himself or herself fully understood to another person. It becomes a way of representing the subjective self, and writers of the first half of the 20th century, they laid emphasis on inner thoughts of their characters. They used a technique of stream of consciousness, and these were we will discuss next, that the names of these what we can say, these writers. And Virginia Woolf tried this technique, stream of consciousness, as a narrative device in her novel Mrs. Dalloway. It does not have a vivid plot and real events, right? It is a fictional work, and Mrs. Dalloway is a character who spent her time in memories and hopes, and flooded with remembrances of faraway times, right? Now, as I already told, that modern writers or modernist writers of the first half of the 20th century laid emphasis on inner thoughts of their characters, and Virginia Woolf was one of them. She was a member of the Bloomsbury group, and this group is already discussed by me. Then if we talk about the Bloomsbury group, what is this group and what is about its style? It was break from traditional Victorian and Edwardian style, and the Bloomsbury group, we can say it was a group of associated English writers, intellectuals, philosophers and artists in the first half of the 20th century, including Virginia Woolf. And the group had 10 core members, and these are the names of all these 10 members. You can read it yourself because it is not important to mention it here, but I wanted you to know all these 10 members of Bloomsbury group, right? Next, we will discuss its story. The novel's narration is in third person, but it changes its focus throughout. And the narrative begins and ends with Clarissa. It details a day in her life, right? The narrative begins and ends with Clarissa as it details a day in her life. कि सारा का सारा novel पूरे 24 hours के इर्द गिर्द घूमता है. Her mood fluctuates. Her mood swings. At some moments she seems delighted. At others she seems depressed, because ये 24 hours में हमारे दिमाग में कई बातें चलती हैं, कई चीज़ें चलती हैं. That is because of that reason हमारा जो mood है, it fluctuates, it swings. Sometimes we feel happy and sometimes we feel depressed. In the same way, she sometimes she feels delighted and sometimes depressed. Overall, we can say it shows her symptoms of depression. Some also unexpected events occur. Now what are these? A car emits an explosive noise and a plane rides in the sky, and incite different reactions in different people. Very important thing to note, that incite different reactions in different people. Right now, what are the what does this line mean? We will discuss it, that these unexpected events occur, and for different people they have different reaction. For Clarissa this has different reaction, and for Septimus this has different reaction, right? And soon after she returns home, her former lover Peter arrives, and Peter Walsh and Clarissa converse, and it becomes clear that they still have strong feelings for each other. And Peter asks Clarissa if she is happy with Richard, because once she has rejected his proposal of marriage. And why she has rejected? Because she wanted to be independent. His अगर वो पीटर वॉल्श के साथ इफ शी गेट्स मैरिड विद हिम, तो उसकी जो इंडिपेंडेंस है वो पीटर वॉल्श ने कंट्रोल करनी थी. शी वुड हैव टू डिस्कस ईच एंड एवरीथिंग विद पीटर वॉल्श. दैट इज नॉट द सेम विद रिचर्ड डेलोवे, राइट? क्योंकि रिचर्ड डेलोवे बहुत ही एक वी कैन से कि लिबरल दिखाया गया, एक बहुत ही ब्रॉड माइंडेड हस्बैंड दिखाया गया, लेकिन पीटर वॉल्श के साथ उसको अपनी हर चीज डिस्कस करनी पड़ी थी. That because of that reason she rejected his marriage proposal, right? Now when they meet each other after such a long time, Peter asks Clarissa if she is happy with Richard. Before Clarissa can answer, her daughter Elizabeth interrupts them, right? Then in another part of London, Septimus Vaughan Smith, World War First veteran suffering from shell shock, or named as PTSD, right, which is likely to be defined as post-traumatic stress disorder, right? Post-traumatic stress disorder. It is an important addition to the early 20th century canon of post-war British literature. And Septimus Vaughan Smith is waiting with his wife Lucrezia to see a psychiatrist named as Sir William Bradshaw, right? And Septimus Smith, at this time, he's on the brink of madness because of this shell shock, right? And Smith's day interweaves with that of Clarissa and her friends, their lives converging as the party reaches its glittering climax. And Septimus has been suffering greatly because of shell shock that other characters are unable to grasp, right? Other people are not able to understand his condition. दूसरे लोगों को ये नहीं रियलाइज हो सकता कि सेप्टिमस किस कंडीशन से निकल रहा है, राइट? एंड वो अपनी वाइफ के साथ रेजेंट पार्क में बैठा वेट कर रहा है बिकॉज ही वांटेड टू सी ए साइकियाट्रिस्ट. देन रिचर्ड, Clarissa's husband, then Richard Dalloway, Clarissa का husband है जो in a fit of passion he wants to run home and tell Clarissa that he loves her. However, he finds himself unable to do more than give her flowers. Clarissa acknowledges that she respects the gulf between herself and Richard, as it gives both of them freedom and independence, while also relieving them of paying attention to certain aspects of life, right? Richard Dalloway जब लेडी ब्रूटन से मिलके आता है तो वो घर आता है तो देन ही वांट्स टू एक्सप्रेस हिज लव फॉर क्लैरिसा, राइट? एट दिस टाइम क्लैरिसा एक्नॉलेजेस दैट कि उसको तब रियलाइज होता है कि एक हस्बैंड वाइफ में ये चीजें भी होती है, बिकॉज दे हैव वी कैन से वो आप साथ तो रहते हैं बट दे आर फिजिकली नॉट क्लोज टू ईच अदर। वो अपने अपनी 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 वी कैन से कि अपनी अपनी जगह में ही सिमटे हुए हैं। और क्लेरिसा को तब पता चलता है कि ये उनके बीच में ही एक दीवार है, एंड शी रियलाइज शी उसका ये मानना है कि ये ठीक भी है क्योंकि उसकी अपनी क्या कहते हैं उसको, प्राइवेसी, और मेरी अपनी प्राइवेसी है। एंड ये ही वो चाहती थी जिसके कारण उसने पीटर वॉल्श को रिजेक्ट किया था, राइट? देन द नॉवल शिफ्ट्स बैक टू सेप्टिमस, who has been told that he is to be taken to a psychiatric hospital. Septimus would rather die than see himself inside such a place, so he throws himself out of a window and becomes impaled on a fence, right? Then this time Clarissa during her party is primarily concerned with entertaining her guest, and at this time Sir William Bradshaw arrives with his wife. Septimus as referred to him as a patient by Dr. Holmes. He announces that Septimus has killed himself, right? Sir William Bradshaw अपनी वाइफ के साथ वहां आते हैं जो अनाउंस करते हैं कि Septimus has killed himself, right? Septimus as referred to him as a patient by Dr. Holmes. Sir William Bradshaw को सेप्टिमस के साथ इंट्रोड्यूस करवाने वाले डॉक्टर होम्स थे, राइट? क्लैरिसा का क्या रिएक्शन था? एट फर्स्ट शी थॉट दैट शी वाज नॉट हैप्पी विद सर William Bradshaw to discuss such a topic at a party about Septimus' death. Later on in her small room, जिसको कि मैंने पिछली वीडियो में बताया कि उसका कमरा एक ताबूत के साथ कंपेयर किया गया कि वो उसी में छोटे से कमरे में रहना प्रेफर करती थी, and she identifies how much overwhelmed Septimus must have felt. She respects him for choosing death over compromising the integrity of his soul. Very important thing to note that she respects Septimus for choosing death for over compromising the integrity of his soul by allowing it to be confined to others. And in light of what he did to preserve his soul, she feels ashamed of the ways she has compromised her own soul in order to go on living, right? And in simple words we can say that she is happy कि Septimus ने कहीं पे भी compromise नहीं किया. He is not ready to go to any sort of asylum. He is not ready to go to any psychiatric hospital because he's suffering from shell shock disease, because he's suffering from PTSD, that is post traumatic stress disorder. और वो अपने आप में she feels guilty of herself, she feels ashamed of herself, that she is ready to compromise her life, she is ready to compromise her ways, she is ready to compromise her soul in order to go on living, right? She returns to the party. Then it is an accident. The death of Septimus, we can say it is an accident which clearly illustrates sense of insecurity which Mrs. Dalloway suffered, and the lack of adjustment with the world in which she moves. The character of Septimus brings out what Mrs. Dalloway has felt all through her life, but she was not able to express it. That is why she shows respects towards Septimus' decision. Now next is about the characters. When we talk about the characters, main is Clarissa Dalloway. She is the protagonist of the novel and 51 years old. She is Richard Dalloway's wife and Elizabeth's mother, and she is self-conscious about her role in London high society. And if you want to know more about Clarissa Dalloway, I have a dedicated video on that, and I will prefer कि आप वो वीडियो जरूर देखें because उसमें Clarissa के बहुत सारे aspects of life मैंने वहाँ पे डिस्कस किए, right? Next is And then we have Elizabeth Dalloway. I'm not able to get her picture. So Elizabeth Dalloway is Clarissa and Richard's 17-year-old daughter. Compared to her mother, she takes great pleasure in politics and modern history, right? And her future plan is either to be a doctor or farmer. And she would rather she would like to spend time in country with her father than that at mother's party, right? Next is Richard Dalloway, that is already discussed in previous video in detail. He is Clarissa's husband. He is immersed in his work in government and he's a member of a parliament, right? And then we have next is Septimus, right? Before Septimus, there is Miss Doris Kilman, also originally Kilman. She is Elizabeth's schoolmistress for history and is a Christian, right? She has a degree in history, and during the Great War, she was dismissed from her teaching job. She dislikes Clarissa intensely, but she loves to spend time with Elizabeth. And certainly, she's a villain, a magnificently created character by Virginia Woolf, right? She is the counterpart of the doctors in the Septimus scene. Why she's a counterpart? Because as the doctors are after Septimus' soul, she is after Clarissa. She was hired to teach history to Elizabeth, that is Clarissa's daughter. She is hired to teach her theoretically a subject for objectivity, but Miss Kilman lacks all sense of objectivity, right? She's convinced she has a right to all that the Dalloway possesses, right? Next is Septimus. It was hard for Virginia to present Septimus' mad scenes. Why it was hard? Because she herself had suffered long periods of insanity. That is why in the starting I've told that कि कभी भी work पढ़ने से पहले we should know about the author, right? And she had suffered long periods of insanity, and it was painful for her to recall the visions and the sounds she hallucinated. So it was hard for Virginia Woolf to present Septimus' mad scenes. When we talk about this character, Smith was a veteran of World War I who is 30 years old, and he suffers from shell shock, a mental illness brought on by the horrors of war. He believes he is connected to trees and their trees must not be cut down. He believes that he sees his dead friend Evans, and Septimus and many minor characters observe a plane overhead. Do you remember in the starting slide I've discussed that in different people have different reaction regarding this, and Septimus observe a plane overhead writing letters in the sky. Septimus believes someone is trying to communicate with him in a coded language with the help of these letters, right? Then we have Septimus' wife, Lucrezia. She's an Italian lady. She's burdened by his mental illness. Sorry, burdened by his means Smith's mental illness. And during most of the novel, she is homesick for her family and country, which she had left to marry Septimus, right? And they sit together at Regent's Park, where Septimus' thoughts are incomprehensible to his wife, and she feels very bad for her husband for such a condition because she's that he was not ill. Then we have Sally Seton, a girl with whom Clarissa once shared a kiss, and Sally Seton is now married. Clarissa Dalloway is strongly attracted towards her. 34 years later, Clarissa still considers that kiss they share to be the happiest moment of her life, right? She feels about Sally as men feel, but she does not recognize these feelings as signs of same-sex attraction. Then we have Peter Walsh, who is an old friend of Clarissa. Clarissa rejected his marriage proposal, as I've already told you that she wanted to be independent, so she rejected his marriage proposal. Now her friend Peter Walsh has returned to England from India, and he is one of Clarissa's party guests. And now he plans to marry Daisy, a married woman in India, and has returned to try to arrange a divorce for his current wife, right? Then we have Hugh Whitbread. He is again Clarissa's friend who holds an unspecified position in the British royal household. Like Clarissa, he places great importance on his place in society. Although Whitbread believes he is an essential member of the British aristocracy, Lady Bruton, this lady, then Clarissa, then Richard and Peter Walsh find him obnoxious, right? Then Sir William Bradshaw, he is a famous psychiatrist to whom Septimus' physician, Dr. Holmes, refers Septimus, right? And Bradshaw notes that Septimus had a complete nervous breakdown, and he suggests him spend time in the country as a cure. He this doctor Sir William Bradshaw, he gives precisely 3/4 of an hour to each of his patients, and when he is with Septimus, he decides Septimus must be sent to his delightful homes for complete rest, right? And then next is about the major themes that I'm going to discuss. Themes are loneliness and isolation, then time, then mental illness, then feminism. Let's get started with first theme, that is loneliness and isolation in Dalloway. Mrs. Dalloway's life is marked with an inner emptiness, and in her lack of purposeless, meaningless, and aimless drifting, she represents the purposelessness of modern society and civilization. She represents the death of soul, right? She lives an artificial and superficial life. She is a solitary, isolated lady, consumed with thoughts and feelings of death and mortality, right? And that is why she gives respect to Septimus for his decision of committing suicide, because she, as I told, she represents the death of soul, and she is happy with Septimus कि Septimus ने अपनी integrity of soul को suppress ना करते हुए, उसको खत्म ना करते हुए, he preferred to commit suicide, right? She deals with imagery of isolation and death, and next is that she feels loneliness in the parties that are organized by her, right? Second theme is time. Time again plays an integral role in this novel, Mrs. Dalloway, and the presence of the passing of time and the impending fate of death is felt throughout the novel. As being Big Ben rings for each half hour, characters of this novel feel themselves helpless. They can't do anything, they can't help, right? But they can only stop and notice the loss of life to time in regular intervals, right? So it plays an integral role in this novel. And after experiencing the war, the idea of death constantly floats in Septimus' mind, and he continuously sees his friend Evans, right, in his hallucination, and a constant stream of consciousness from the characters can serve as a distraction from passing of time to some extent, but ultimately it marches towards death, and each character knows it very well, right? And Virginia Woolf's writing style crosses the boundaries of the time. It crosses the boundaries of the past, present, and future. It demonstrates the infinite number of possibilities that connect a person with individuality of each person inside, right? इसी टाइम के दौरान वो बताती है कि कैसे एक पर्सन के स्ट्रीम ऑफ कॉन्शियसनेस, कैसे उसके दिमाग में इतने थॉट्स चलते हैं, और वो आदमी अपने आप से के साथ ही कैसे कुछ एट प्रेजेंट वो कुछ कर रहा है, लेकिन उसके दिमाग में कितने थॉट्स चल रहे हैं, राइट? एंड इट एम्फसाइजेस हर आइडिया ऑफ टाइम एज अ कांस्टेंट फ्लो connected only by some force within each person. Next thing we can say that is discussed about mental illness. Virginia Woolf criticizes medical discourse through Septimus' decline and suicide. As I told you that she also once attempted to throw herself out of a window as Septimus does. There are similarities in Septimus' condition to Woolf's struggles with this bipolar disorder, and she was she had to visit asylum various times, and that is why she developed antipathy towards doctors. And Wolf says that people can only interpret Septimus shell shock according to their cultural norms. Clarissa never met Septimus. She is totally different from him. His presence in London is unknown to Clarissa. Septimus' presence in London is unknown to Clarissa until Septimus' death become the subject of we can say subject of idle chatter at our party. She doesn't know him, right? Now, why it is important to note that Clarissa and Septimus never met? Virginia Woolf is suggesting here that mental illness can be contained to the individuals who suffer from it without others who remain unaffected ever having to witness it, right? Next theme that is discussed in this novel is feminism. Clarissa's habit of giving parties and her habit of drawing people together is something more than a social gift. She has created a world of her own where she happens to be. Feminine creativity and feminine modes of perception are the basic, we can say, are the basic themes of this novel. In this novel, we have seen that Mrs. Dalloway is fighting a battle of self-importance against men's world. Her creativity is the creativity of everyday's feminine life. Its goal is to establish relationship rather than making monuments, and the feminine power stands in sharp contrast to the masculine power. And the novel shows how a woman preserves a civilization which is destroyed by men. So friends, this is all about today's topic, and I have tried my level best to cover each and every part of Mrs. Dalloway in this video. And next we will discuss another topic. So I hope you will like the content, and if you like it, please hit the like button, share and subscribe my channel, and if you're new to my channel, please hit the bell button so that you can get notifications from my upcoming videos. Thanks a lot for watching.